brought to you by Local Video Marketing in association with CoachChic.com.
Hi there, this is Kim Lukhard, Hockey Mom RD, and I would like to share with you 4 tips to use each day to help your skater in their growing years. How much will your skater grow? For a young man between the ages of 12 and 16, they can expect to grow on average 4 inches and gain 40 pounds of muscle. And you can maximize the growth in this window with sports nutrition. Here are 2 separate goalies that I've worked with, Alex when he was 11 on the left and Matthew when he was 18 on the right. Nutrient timing is key, and that is what I used to help my son Robert. When he was 11 and a half years old, he was 4'11" and 74 pounds. By the time he was 17, he was 6 feet and 135 pounds. I taught Robert all about nutrition, how to use nutrient timing, and he worked with a personal trainer from the years 11 years and 9 months to 13 years and 2 months. He added 30 pounds of muscle and he grew 7 inches in height. So tip number 1, to help your skater gain muscle during their growing years, is making sure you put an emphasis on meals and snacks. These are very important for growing hockey players. Skipping breakfast can cost them time on the ice. Breakfast provides them with 20 to 22% of their daily calorie intake. And if they need about 3,200 calories a day in season and they skip breakfast, they could lose 640 to 704 calories each day. This will leave them with a tank that's only 3/4 full when they show up for a practice or a game. They will not be able to give 100%. So some quick breakfast ideas include a hard-boiled egg with a piece of fruit and a mini bagel on the side with 8 ounces of low-fat milk, or some cereal with low-fat milk and a piece of fruit. You can put those in their favorite large mug if they're on the go somewhere, or if they have to do some schoolwork at the computer, and have some water on the side. Or you can make a homemade smoothie with 1 cup of milk with a banana, a half a cup strawberries, again, adding a bagel on the side or some toast. These breakfasts are rich in carbohydrates and protein, which will keep your skater focused and feeling good all morning long, and it'll get their body started gaining the nutrients they need for their afternoon practice. Tip number 2, help them build strong bones. Don't skimp on calcium-rich foods. Think about adding almonds, broccoli, tofu, bok choy, yogurt, milk, or a cow's milk alternative, poppy seeds and chia seeds to their daily meal plan. And consume vitamin D-rich foods like cheese, eggs, and fatty fish. I find a lot of my skaters like salmon. Sleep is tip number 3. Did you know your skater wakes up taller every morning? Now it's just a little bit, but they are growing when they are sleeping. Your skater needs about 8.5 to 9.25 hours a night. And this is going to vary based on their physical activity and their growth patterns. Have you ever seen your skaters sleep 12 hours after a long day at school and hockey practices, especially maybe when they're about 14 or 15 years old? They will rack in the sleep time. Unfortunately, teenagers are night owls by nature. Their melatonin is not secreted in their body till around 11 p.m. So this makes it difficult for them to unwind easily. So a trick I used to use is to tell my sons that if they wanted to be taller than me, I'm 5'10", they needed to get their sleep. And it worked on most nights. Something you can use for a nighttime snack is cherries. If your skater likes these Bing cherries, they are naturally rich in melatonin. So you can keep them in the refrigerator. They can have them with their bedtime snack, and it will help them start to unwind. And speaking of bedtime snacks, if your skater wants to gain muscle, testosterone is secreted in the overnight hours when your skater is sleeping during their growing years. So a bedtime snack can help them increase their muscle while they sleep. A mini bagel with peanut butter or nut butter on it, a low sugar cereal with some low fat cow's milk, or some Greek yogurt with strawberries or blueberries, or even those Bing cherries that you just saw would make a great bedtime snack. If you'd like to learn more about youth ice hockey nutrition, you can visit my website at www.hockeymomrd.com, or request to join my Hockey Mom RD's Elite Players Success Group on Facebook, please don't forget to answer my 2 questions to be approved. And you can email me at kim@hockeymomrd.com with questions about your skaters' hockey nutrition habits. Make it a great day and happy skating till next time. This is Kim Lukhard, Hockey Mom RD.
Guys, Dave Schmitz, ResistanceBandTraining.com. It is active speed day today. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and we'll work safe speed. And it sounds kind of crazy, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna focus on acceleration only. Now you can work your way into this. It's all relative to what you can do speed-wise. You're gonna see me explode out, you're gonna see me come back slow. When you're working in bands, you're working with a horizontal vector, the toughest movement is the actual coming back. We're gonna take that out of play by going slower, all right? Going slower, coming back. But man, we are gonna work getting out quick. This is a great workout. I want you to put it at a 30-second on, 30-second off sequence. I'm gonna go ahead and take you through 6 different directions of movement that you can take yourself through, all right? You can use all 6, you can use just 2. You choose what you wanna do. Some people go lateral days only and then linear days the other day. But here's the key. The only thing I want you to make sure you dial in and focus on is coming back slow. I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for you to just accelerate out. I got my cones set up so that I have a good visual, so I know how far I want to get out and I don't overstretch the bands. I'm using a black medium band setup with a link strap hooked onto the wall using the bar, so I'm set to go. You ready to go with me? Here's your exercises.
Okay, so I was scouting players in a junior hockey game one night a few years back, and I noticed far too many of the players carrying their sticks with no purpose whatsoever. I mean, their sticks were flopping all around, every which way. I didn't have any ice at my disposal the next day, so I made a couple of videos in a nearby parking lot to demonstrate what those players should have been doing. In this first clip, I'm just showing how a player should move on a straight line while carrying a steady target at all times. In every instance, a teammate with the puck can know exactly where I'd like him to place a pass for me. Now, making cuts towards one side or another is something I see far too many players doing wrong. Here, I've placed a pylon to represent the general location of a puck. And with that, I'm going to be sure I never turn my back on the puck, but instead cut towards the puck and then across in a flat route. And by the way, that flat route is really helpful in increasing our passing success. Now, turning to the forehand is easy for most players, but watch how I kind of reverse my stick in order to cut towards the backhand. One other thing, there might be many times during a game when a player has to use some deception. However, we don't want to fool a teammate who's looking to pass us the puck. So, watch how I give a warning about my intentions to cut either way. I mean, there should be no doubt in either case as I cut on my forehand or towards the backhand.
Now we're going to do a little bit of a research study. I've got my photoelectric timing cells that I use for research purposes, and we're going to skate 120 feet. So myself and Chris and Nolan are going to skate in two different ways. We're going to do it 4 different times. The first time we're going to skate with that long recovery that we've talked about. And I'm going to do it, and then Chris and Nolan are going to try to do it. They have a hard time doing it because they're such good skaters. So we're going to see what the differences are between the time when we skate with a narrow stride, bringing the skate all the way back into kind of that quote-unquote heel click, or bringing the skate back to the midline of the body. And then we're going to come back and time us when we skate with a wide stride. So we're going to do just kind of, you know, it's not the classic research study that we would be doing, but just to give you an idea of which one is faster and which one is slower. Then we're going to come back and we're going to do the arm movement. So we're going to have one time where we all skate with our arms moving forward and backward, see what the time is, and then we're going to do it with our arms moving side to side, which is the normal skating movement. So we've got our camera on us so you can see how we're skating, and a camera on the time. So do you guys understand what to do? Okay. All right, I'm going to go first so these guys can see exactly how we're going to do it. We don't have to worry about the timers because they're photoelectric timers. So watch my skates, ladies and gentlemen, and see how close I am. And we're all going to skate as fast as we can, okay? Both ways, with the feet narrow and feet wide. Okay, so here we go. So I stopped the clock at 5.04 seconds. Okay, now we're going to watch with Chris. Now see the narrow stride that Chris has. See, he's bringing his skates up high and he's bringing his skates in. So Chris was 5.10. And now we're going to watch Nolan. So watch Nolan's skates. Watch how, look at the narrow stride he has. Bringing his skates all the way in. Now he didn't skate all the way through, but still, he's 5.12. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to skate normal. We're going to skate with the typical wide stance, and we're going to see how fast we are and see what the difference is. Okay, guys, as fast as you can, one hand on your stick. Now just skate like you normally do, okay? Okay, we'll see what my time is. 4.75. So that's a little faster. Now let's watch Chris. See the difference in his skates? See how much more powerful he looks? 4.65. But the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you see how much more powerful it looks when they're skating. Now, doesn't that look more powerful with Nolan skating? And Nolan was the fastest, 4.42. As I said, it's not, you know, it probably wouldn't pass the rigorous standards for the research that we usually do, but it gives you a pretty objective evidence that wider stride is a much faster way of skating than bringing your skates in, Now we're going to do the arm movement. So guys, now we're going to have the first time, we're going to have the arms moving forward and back, and we'll see how fast we are on this one. Straight forward and back, guys, straight forward and back. Okay, see what I did here. Okay, so my time was 5.12. Now let's see what Chris, okay, now we got to really make sure we're moving our arms straight forward and straight back. Okay, Chris, straight forward and straight back. That's it. Straight forward and straight back. Good work, man. See, Chris's time was 4.89. Now we'll watch what Nolan does. See, Nolan's still having a hard time moving his arms side or forward and back. He was 4.97. Now, let's have all of us skate in a normal way. The way elite or fast skaters skate. Actually, the way that all three of us skate with our arm movement. So now, guys, just skate normal, okay? And we'll see if we're faster. We'll see if we're faster, okay? Okay, we'll see how I did. See if I was faster. 4.79. And now Chris is going to go, and we can just see what Chris is going to do here. That's it, Chris. Good work, man. Side to side. 4.73. And we'll see what Nolan does here. And we'll see if Nolan is faster. He certainly looks faster, doesn't he, ladies and gentlemen? 4.65. All right, now let's analyze these times for myself, Chris, and Nolan. So when we skated with the narrow stride, bringing the skate back in, kind of that heel click that some power skating instructional programs talk about, I had a time of 5.04 seconds. Chris was 5.10, 5.10 seconds. Nolan was 5.12 seconds. Then when we came back and we skated regular like hockey players do, you know, fast skaters, wide stride, quick recovery, well, I had a time of 4.75. Chris was remarkable at 4.65 seconds, and Nolan had a time of 4.42. So the differences between the narrow stride, bringing it in, and a normal wide stride, quick recovery, ranged from 1/4 of a second to almost 3/4 of a second, 0.25 seconds to 0.70 seconds. So clearly, ladies and gentlemen, clearly that wide stride, that regular movement of skating is faster. Now let's look at what we did when we had the arms moving forward and backward compared to a natural skating movement of forward arms going side to side. So when we were skating with the arms going straight forward and straight back, or at least when we were trying to do it, I had a time of 5.12. Chris had a time of 4.89, and Nolan had a time of 4.97. Then when we came back and had a natural movement, arms moving to the side, legs moving to the side, but primarily the arms, I had a time of 4.79. Chris had a time of 4.73, and Nolan had a time of 4.65. So not as much difference, but we had a difference of when the arms move side to side, it was faster by 0.16 to 0.33 seconds. So 0.16 to more than 1/4 of a second. More than 1/4 of a second. 1/4 of a second is the time between when you get the puck and you don't get the puck because you're not fast enough. It's the time where you score a goal and you don't score a goal because you're not fast enough.
This has been a local video marketing production. We hope you've enjoyed this, and that you've picked up a number of great hockey tips. Please do tell some friends about these shows, and let the contributing coaches know how much you appreciate them.